Good day, everyone. Merry Christmas Eve to you all. I hope that your Christmas is more merry than stressful. I know as I look around and hear people talk, it can be kind of 50-50. There's a lot of expectations and obligations and things that go into this. And I was going to do this video about attachments, but I think that I'm going to do this video about a little bit of extension about self-love and how to do it. The very first thing I want to say is I've been saying for a long time now, for lack of a better word, that I'm at the first stage of enlightenment. And I realized after a really old friend who I didn't know that well, but I've always felt very connected to, messaged me after I started putting out these videos and used the word awakened. The word stuck with me, and then I was watching an Infinite Waters video this morning, and he used the word when I awakened. And I think that that's the best thing to describe the stage that I'm at now. Instead of the first stage of enlightenment, I'm awakened. And I think that a lot of you may or may not I'd be able to identify with a word like enlightenment. Enlightenment has so much attached to it beyond what we could fathom for ourselves, at least in my experience. When I think of enlightened, I always have kind of a problem with saying that, because I look at the people who were enlightened over the years, like these masters, and I don't feel anywhere close to where they are, but I definitely felt a shift. I felt something, and I understand things differently now in a different way. So I think awakening or awakened is the best way to describe the first step in the enlightenment process. Oh, I'm a little uncomfortable there. Okay, so now that I got that off my chest, that's been rattling around in me old gray matter for a couple hours now. I really wanted to start the video with that. I wanted to say that for most people, Christmas is a time where, whether or not it's stressful for us, when we finally get to the family stuff or the giving gifts or just the hugs from all our family that we don't get to see all year, it's a good time to pay attention to how our bodies feel inside. Because hugging all these people that you grew up with and stuff is one of the best ways to feel gratitude and true love inside yourself. And that's a real big key to self-love, not necessarily attaching to the external love you're getting from other people's, but that feeling. If you can feel that feeling inside you a lot, even if you've got to think of something else that made you feel like that, when you start holding that inside yourself, you start feeling better. You start feeling love. You start knowing what really love feels like. And when you carry that with you, things start to open up. Things don't hurt as much. You just tend to suffer less when you can summon that inside yourself with a quick thought memory, or once you get better at it, just by thinking about all the good stuff you're going to do for yourself and by doing good stuff for yourself. And it's really the key. That feeling, that is kind of what you're vibrating. That's the energy you're putting out to the world, and that's what you're going to get back. So please, whether you have good memories, I'm sure there's one or two at least that you can draw on. Even a person that's had the hardest life ever probably has one or two or three memories that they can think about and feel really what love is like. And if you can just keep practicing that and finding ways to bring that about inside yourself, then things will start to go better. Your mind will start to shift. And for those of you who just can't find something like that right now, that's fine. That's where you are. But you're watching this video, and that's going to help change your mind a little bit. So, if you find yourself around the holidays just seeing all the negative aspects, I've been there. I listened to the Blink-182 song about, I want to beat up my family with a baseball bat for Christmas, and I kind of liked it. I listened to all the crappy Christmas songs. I hated the obligation. I had thoughts of, oh, if someone does this, then I'm going to ruin Christmas with a rant. And it's just a frame of mind. It's a frame of mind. It's where I was at. I think that if you can look around at your blessings, look around at what you have and not what you don't have, that even if you can just do that for a couple minutes, even if you could just spend 30 seconds being like, yeah, all this bad stuff is there and I can't get past that right now, but there's all this other stuff, or there's these 2 or 3 really good things about it that I've always enjoyed, or but I saw that lady who, seemed like an upperclassman, and I didn't think she was going to hold the door for that slimy homeless man, but she did. And, that's just the human spirit. And maybe you think, but that sucks that she probably only does that at Christmas. But you don't know that. That's a judgment of someone that you don't even know. But any little thing that you can change in your mind to see good, to see love, to feel something good inside is going to slowly change all of your interactions today. And so to end this video, I kind of wanted to read these affirmations that I was talking about yesterday. I don't know if you could see them yesterday. They might even be reversed because cameras. But I'm going to read them for you. So there's the first one here. The quality of your consciousness at this moment is what shapes your future. And it's true. Your what you feel inside, your vibration, your energy that you're giving off is what brings you what you get in the future. If you've always got a good quality of your consciousness, then for the most part, the only time bad things happen is when you're supposed to learn a lesson, or to put you in a place where you're supposed to meet somebody that has a message for you, or something like that. At least this is what I believe and what I've seen firsthand in my experience. I encourage all of you to go out with an open mind and just see it work for you. You'll be like, wow, he said it was going to work, and I didn't think it was going to work this way or so quickly, but it's almost like magic. It really is. Maybe even Christmas magic. Yes. The next one is, one does not become enlightened or awakened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. This is something that I've learned in my experience through being in a wheelchair, the thing I shared in my very first video, and through many other things. By imagining something positive and not acknowledging the darkness, I buried the darkness, and it stayed in there, and it would come up whenever these triggers would come up. But if you acknowledge it, if you make it conscious, if you understand it as fear and you accept it as a part of you, and you say, hey, without this part of me, I wouldn't be given the opportunity to grow. I might even be bored at life. Then you accept it. You shed consciousness on it. You understand why it is and why you can't allow it to continue within you, but you accept it as part of you, and you love it for what it can teach you. And that is how you turn your darkness into light, or turn your consciousness into light. What did it say again? Oh, wrong one. That is how you start become awakened or enlightened. It is to start transforming your darkness into something that you love and appreciate, but don't pay any attention to more than it forces you to. I think that's maybe a little bit lost in translation because of the turning around and stuff, but it's very important. If you have to, rewind and watch that again to let it sink in, it's an important one, very underrated. Next we have, eventually you'll come to understand that love heals everything and love is all there is. I think that the way that we understand love is very close to what it really is, but I think there's a disconnect from what it is. And it's true that love heals everything. When you start to love yourself, you'll see your world transform into something different. You'll see people react to you differently. You'll feel more grateful for things. You'll see little things out in the world that just make you feel love. A cute dog playing with a little kid in a ball or something like that will just touch you in a different way. And then you can draw on all those experiences to feel the love inside yourself and to heal yourself, to make this world seem like it's not such a bad place, even if you're having a hard time and it doesn't seem like it's going to get any better anytime soon. These little things, they all add up. The quality of your consciousness in this moment will dictate your future. So if you feel hopeless, if you feel lost, if you feel fear, if you feel pain, if you feel suffering, if you continue to just attach to that, then that's what you're going to keep attracting to yourself. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So if you're feeling love, you're going to attract more love into your life. It's not going to become perfect right away, or maybe it will. You never know. The future is unknown to us. But that's a video for another day, yeah? And lastly, this one comes to us from a man named Rev Mackey. He's from Texas. And before I knew about Rev Mackey, I didn't have a whole lot of hope for Texas. It's something that I'm trying to get over, is this judgments I have of things like the southern United States or ocean plastic. When you love something, when you love a problem, you come up with creative solutions, or it just seems different. And this guy from Texas, I don't know how old he is, but he looks like he's in his later years, probably around 50 to 60, maybe even a nice grade 49. But he started this You Matter movement, and it's true. You matter. I don't know if you know that, but you do. You matter to yourself. You matter to other people. Maybe even if you don't talk to people now, when you were in their lives, you mattered. And if you became back in their lives, you probably mattered to them again. And if you died, they would probably care. That would probably greatly affect them more than you know. And also, like I've said in other things, we're all different. We're all different humans from different parents in different locations, with different genetics, with different star signs and sets of experiences. And that makes us incredibly valuable to each other. You may not see it now, but you matter. If you follow your life's purpose, if you just start trying to transmute your negativity into positivity and healing yourself with love and shining consciousness onto your darkness, darkness can't exist in the light, then you're going to find that you start mattering a lot more to yourself and to the people that become involved in your journey. It's an incredible thing, it's an incredible feeling, and it all just goes back to the thing I was at the start, where the more this stuff happening, the more it snowballs, the more you can just hold that in you all the time. And the more you start to really appreciate and have gratitude for all the little things. Anyways, I hope all of you have a Merry Christmas. I'm going to announce my charity tomorrow after I talk to my family about it. I've announced my charity, but I'm going to announce the first recipient of the charity for January. I wanted to discuss it with my family tomorrow. I thought that would be a really good way to figure out the very first charity. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. It'll probably be really late because I gotta shower and go home and do my immediate family Christmas and then my extended family Christmas, and probably play some games with my family when we get home and stuff. So it might be a midnight post, but I'm sure you guys will all be busy too, so it's not going to be on the top of your list to watch. So anyways, I love you all so much. Jolly holidays. And I will see you tomorrow. I will see you on Boxing Day. I will see you on the 27th. And I will continue seeing you for quite some time. Mwah.